This is the Frugal Gardener, and if you follow my channel on YouTube, there's two things that you know about me. One is that I love my milk crates. Even though I'm on the homestead now, I'm still using them for the winter garden because I don't have a working greenhouse yet. I have a high tunnel, but the high tunnel's being used as temporary storage, so I have to improvise. I'm scrambling a little bit, and I came up with this idea because the second thing that you guys know about me is that I love to improvise. So it took me weeks to figure out how I was going to garden to get enough in my garden, enough food in my garden to make it, make a reasonable dent in my food budget. So this is the first look of my new and improved uh, raised garden bed, but that's not what I came to show you guys today. What I wanted you to see is my latest, I don't want to call it an invention, but my latest use of what I have around the homestead, and that brings me back to these crates. I need a greenhouse. I had a mini greenhouse at the old place, and I wasn't going to let those polycarbonate sheets go to waste. So there's one there, there's one here, here's another one, and it took me a while to figure out how I was going to use them, and I came up with this. Yep, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. I'm putting the crates inside the trough, but this is just step one. It's going to look way different than this when I'm finished in a day or two. Well, the first thing I have to do, obviously, is pump the water out. So I'm going to get all this water out of here, and then I showed you in a previous video that I line these crates with this cloth that is used basically as a weed barrier, and I'm going to fill it with soil. I went to, I'm not going to mention the name of the store, but bought a bunch of bags of soil and compost. I'm going to add some nutrients to it, and I'm going to fill these. The goal is to fill all, I have 3 of these, so if I put 5 in each one, do the math, that's 15 plants that I can grow cabbage and collard greens in. And you might think that, well, it's not going to be warm enough, and you'd be right. Sometimes it drops down to 0. So I'm going to line this with greenhouse cloth. It's similar to this. This is what I had around the house. It is not going to be what I'm showing you here. This is for demonstration purposes, but it's going to be greenhouse cloth like I've been using for probably 7 or 8 years now. And I'm going to line this sucker, and then I'm going to put the filled crates in here, plant the seeds, and cover it over. Now, here's the best part. I told you earlier I was not leaving my, trying to do this one-handed, was not leaving my polycarbonate. And lo and behold, it fits perfectly. Perfectly over the top of my new jerry-rigged mini greenhouse, 1 of 3. Now, I did have a concern about the sun, so I'm checking. The sun is here. It's morning, so this sun will shine down over on this pretty much all day, and it's going to come down here in the fall, well, in the evening. So I'll get sun on this pretty much all day. I'm going to probably just put something to weigh this down, maybe a brick or something, so that on the really warm days, I can just take it off. No big deal. So that's my solution. And this thing is probably about 2 feet tall. So I'm going to use this primarily for purple cabbage, regular cabbage, collard greens, and maybe spinach. I'm not going to use this for broccoli or Brussels sprouts because I don't think it's tall enough, but this is going to get the job done. And like I said, it's not just going to be for this one trough. I'm going to do this for all three, and that should give me a pretty decent amount of food for my family and I. And then you add that with this here. I have 10 of the purple cabbage in here, and the carrots finally started showing up. I'm going to give you a garden tour, I don't know, in a couple of days. This is my nephew's, and there's a couple of other things I have going on. Finally, I think I'm getting control of this garden. That black bottle there, I have 4 of those. This is something I've incorporated from my mini greenhouse, where the bottles, because they're colored black and they have water inside, they attract the heat during the day, and they do a slow release at night. So this is my solution for my garden. I have a couple other smaller things that I'm working on, but for now, this is it. This is going to be my temporary solution, at least for this winter. The deer are relentless. I'm eventually going to have to put up a fence, at least a 7-foot high, tall fence, but this is what I'm working with right now. And I'm pretty pleased with what I've come up with. We'll see how it works. I'm the Frugal Gardener, and I really would appreciate it if you would subscribe, because I have hundreds of videos, been around for years, I'm not going anywhere. A lot of people stop gardening in the fall and winter. I do not. As you can see from this video, I'll be here all winter. Right now, it's mid-October. We haven't had a frost yet, but it's coming. So, thank you for spending part of your day with me. I'll catch you guys in a few days in the next video. And remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. Catch you guys later.